Things are beginning to get interesting in the AI community, and we've seen a lot of AI tools and implementation rollouts just in the past few weeks, with lots of AI tools targeted towards creating visuals, and some of the other ones are working as full-time assistants as they combine both visuals and audio to produce amazing results, feedback, and also response. With OpenAI recently announcing the GPT-4o, which is an amazing tool, and the best part is they've just also decided to put both the GPT-4 and also GPT-4o totally for free. Now, we've talked about this in a separate video, and I'm going to link that in the description just in case you want to see it. Meanwhile, Google has taken on OpenAI and also released a couple of things. At the Google's I/O developer conference, they did mention a few things which I think are super impressive, as Gemini AI features are coming to many apps. Now, there's a huge set of things that they did announce, and some of these include new AI features coming to the Gmail, the Music AI sandbox that makes loops from prompts, and there is this beautiful project Astra, which we're going to see in a bit. Gemini can also now tell when you're getting scam calls, and Gemini Assistant pushes Android to the next phase of AI technology. There's also a couple of glimpses of Android 15, which would be coming as well, and the image generation model gets an upgrade. Speaking about the image generation model getting an upgrade, Google Photo is also getting Gemini AI search with Ask Photos. So a huge set of things are coming, and Gemini AI now has a huge update, and it is super robust, very similar to what you have with the OpenAI GPT-4 Omni. And Project Astra is the future of Google's AI. Now, this acts very similar to what we saw with the GPT-4 Omni, especially when you have to turn on the camera and walk around. I think what they've actually done is to create Gemini and then make variations, or should I say flavors of Gemini, and Project Astra is super cool.
Okay, let's do some tests. Tell me when you see something that makes sound.
I see a speaker, which makes sound.
What is that part of the speaker called?
That is the tweeter. It produces high-frequency sounds.
What does that part of the code do?
This code defines encryption and decryption functions. It seems to use AES-CBC encryption to encode and decode data based on a key and an initialization vector, IV.
What neighborhood do you think I'm in?
This appears to be the King's Cross area of London. It is known for its railway station and transportation connections.
Do you remember where you saw my glasses?
Yes, I do. Your glasses were on the desk near a red apple.
And with this announcement, it sort of looks like Google is working on a pair of AR glasses, as you would see that in the next presentation, the presenter has both hands in view as they question the AI. But one thing which I'm still trying to figure out is, with the glass prototypes that we have here, where is the camera? As with the Ray-Ban Meta glass, you can see the camera and also see the flash, but for this other one, there is no camera, so how does it see it? Probably this is buried under, and it's also worth mentioning that if you look closely, you'd also notice that the handles are pretty thick compared to the Ray-Ban Meta glass and several glasses as well. Probably this has been packed with a lot of chips in it, as the folks at Google has also mentioned that they are releasing a couple of chipsets which would also power both enterprise devices and also AI machines.
What can I add here to make this system faster?
Adding a cache between the server and database could improve speed.
What does this remind you of?
Schrodinger's cat.
Gemini 1.5 can also have conversations with each other, and at the same time, you can join into that conversation for both help and also feedback.
Well, we're starting with the basics. Force and motion.
Okay.
And that, of course, means we have to talk about Sir Isaac Newton and his 3 laws of motion.
And what's amazing is that my son and I can join into the conversation and steer it whichever direction we want. When I tap, join.
Hold on, we have a question. What's up, Josh?
Gemini is going to be fully integrated into Gmail, so it is pretty impressive to see that at this point you can now summarize those long email threads.
Summarize option up top and skip reading this long back and forth. Now, Gemini pulls up this helpful mobile card as an overlay, and this is where I can read a nice summary of all the salient information that I need to know.
And with Gemini 1.5, the folks at Google are also saying that in the coming days or weeks, we will be able to use videos to search on Google.
Why?
does not stay in place. And in a near instant, Google gives me an AI overview. I guess some reasons this might be happening and steps I can take to troubleshoot.
You'll start to see these features rolling out in search in the coming weeks.
Now, amongst all of the things that the folks at Google announced, one of the interesting ones that was also announced is their take on the OpenAI Sora. So we've seen OpenAI Sora, which is an AI video creation model that simply creates realistic videos and also stylized videos based off prompts. OpenAI isn't the first company to do this, as we've also seen this from the folks at Runway. So with Gen 1 and also other gens that they've created, it's quite impressive to see that text to video is becoming a huge thing. Google has unveiled their new generative AI video model called View. Google View is a generative AI video model capable of creating high-quality 1080 clips that can go beyond 60 seconds. So other tools could create like 4 seconds and then maybe 10 seconds and 20 seconds, but this is currently cranking it all the way to 60 seconds. From photorealistic to surreal all the way to animation, it can tackle various cinematic ranges and create amazing looking videos with a single prompt. And just like we have with Runway and also Sonra, this model supports video to video, text to video, and image to video transformation. So whether you're a seasoned filmmaker, aspiring creator, or simply trying to tell some stories, these might definitely get you going. At this point, there is literally little to no access to it, but of course if you'd like to sign up and also take a look at some of the cool things that they've also mentioned that is cooking in the Google kitchen, then you might want to go over to the link in the description. That'll bring you right here where you can see it. And right here we can see a couple of examples that they have. So we can switch this and change the channel of the TV, which is currently what we're looking at. We can skip that, and a crochet elephant in vibrant colors walking on the savannah. So you can simply flip through all of these video channels and see some of the cool things that VideoFX has created. So the VideoFX is what View is, and currently you need to join the waiting list. So you can click on join the waiting list right here, fill up this form if you would like to get informed once this is available. So this is one of the things that you find with the Google Kitchen. Next thing is the ImageFX. So this is using the brand new imaging, which seems to be the imaging AI that Google will be using across the board throughout all their apps. And at this point, all you need to do is just simply enter a prompt and then you can click on create. So once you click on create, this automatically does the very basic thing that we get to see with every other imaging tool. Also has an in-painting tool which you can use to paint stuff in. With the in-painting, you can also go in and dial in what you want to add there, and automatically that would also generate it. And did I mention that this is totally for free? So every single thing you're looking at right now is totally for free. So if you want to generate images, of course you can. And the next thing which we're going to look at has to do with the MusicFX. Now we're going to test this one out and see how it actually works. So in this case, if I simply come in here and I would like to create a sound like this, I can simply go ahead, have that selected, click on the generate button. This is going to generate 2 beautiful tracks which we can select from. And once it is done generating, automatically it starts to play. And if you like to add some stuff, you can simply throw in a little bit of a lo-fi if you want to have that, maybe a little bit of a rock and roll if you want to have that as well. And if you like to make it a little bit, melodic and add some trumpet, you can also go ahead and do that. So once you do this, you can regenerate it as it optimizes your prompt. And from there, you can generate a brand new set of sound, which you can easily download and work with. So with this, if we simply go over to the settings, we can choose how much of a looping we want. We can also increase the length of the track. So maybe we want this to be 70 seconds. We can do that. If we would like to make any of these changes, of course, you can simply go ahead and do it. And once you're comfortable, you can hit the download button to get it. And as much as this is fun, this isn't the complete fun part for MusicFX. You can definitely become a DJ. If you like to create some sounds and probably you just want to be a DJ at this point, you can. So in this case, we can press the playback button and watch what happens. So you can tell that all sounds are playing. We can go in and add in a drum, and then we can simply crank this all the way up, drop these ones down, and press the playback button. Watch what happens once I start adding multiple instruments and then play with the dial. See how this easily and carefully and smoothly switches to the next instrument while retaining the entire feel of the sound that it's just playing. So with this, you can already tell that you can start creating, mixing, and doing some impressive instrumentals for yourself. And finally, the TextFX from the Google Kitchen is another brilliant tool that they currently have as well. So this deals with a lot of text effects that you might want to create, from creating acronyms, chains, explosion, fuses, and so much more. So if you like to try these ones out, then probably you like to generate interesting looking acronyms, or probably there are acronyms that currently exist and you're trying to understand what they really mean, this comes in very handy. You can also create scenes. So with these, you can create different kinds of scenes, and you can also do some very interesting things that has to do with text. So this is it for those who like to read up on all of this, and probably you like to catch up with some of the cool things that we've just mentioned. Then links to this is going to be in the description, so do well to check it out. If you like to see some real world examples and follow up with the GPT 4.0 announcement, we've also made a video about that, and I'm going to link that on the days and also put an end note as well. Cool stuff for now here, and for anyone who would like to try them out, then you can simply go ahead and check this out for yourself. Tell me what you guys think about this one in the comment section, and until I see you guys in the next one, peace.